July 18th, 1944, 14,200 feet above the dense green canopy of the South Pacific. The engine doesn't fail all at once. It coughs, a stutter, a violent shake that rattles through the fuselage of the battered P-47 Thunderbolt. Oil sprays across the windshield in a dark, blinding sheet. Inside the cockpit, Second Lieutenant James, Jim Carter, grips the control stick tighter, his knuckles whitening as the aircraft lurches sideways. Come on, he mutters. Tapping the gauges like that might somehow bring them back to life. But the needle is already dropping. Fast. Behind him, miles away but closing in, the sharp silhouettes of Japanese Zero fighters slice through the clouds like predators. He doesn't need to look back to know they're still hunting him. The radio crackles once, then dies. Silence. Just the roar of a dying engine and the wind screaming past the cockpit. Below him, nothing but jungle. An endless, suffocating sea of green. No clearings, no beaches, no friendly lines. Just thick, impenetrable wilderness crawling with enemy patrols, venomous creatures, and heat that can kill a man slower, but just as surely as a bullet. Jim Carter swallows hard. He knows the odds. Pilots who go down here don't come back. Not usually. The engine gives one final violent shudder. Then it seizes, dead. The propeller freezes mid-spin, and suddenly the world goes quiet in the most terrifying way possible. No engine, no power, just gravity, pulling him down. The first thing he notices is the heat. It's not just hot, it's suffocating. The air wraps around Lieutenant Jim Carter like a wet blanket, thick with humidity, choking every breath. Within minutes, his flight suit is soaked through, clinging to his skin as if the jungle itself is trying to hold him in place. Every step is a fight. Vines snag at his boots, roots twist beneath the mud, threatening to snap an ankle with one wrong move. The ground isn't solid, it's alive, soft, rotting, shifting under his weight. And the noise. God, the noise. Insects scream in a constant, high-pitched chorus. Somewhere in the distance, something howls low and guttural. Leaves rustle, but there's no wind. Something is always moving, watching. Jim forces himself forward, pushing branches aside, his breathing controlled but shallow. He doesn't dare move too fast. Noise means attention. Attention means death. He pauses, listens. Nothing human. Not yet. Good. But he knows that won't last. Hours pass. Or maybe it's only been minutes. Time dissolves out here. The sun barely reaches the jungle floor, leaving everything in a dim green haze. Sweat stings his eyes as he kneels near a fallen log, hands trembling slightly as he opens his survival kit. Inventory. One small packet of emergency rations, a canteen half full, a signal mirror, a compass, and a knife. That's it. Jim lets out a quiet breath. 30 days, he mutters. Yeah, right. He takes a small sip of water, forces himself to stop. The engine sound grows louder, faint at first, then unmistakable. A deep, rhythmic hum cutting through the suffocating jungle noise. Lieutenant Jim Carter freezes mid-step, head tilted upward, eyes searching through the tangled canopy for a glimpse of sky. There, a flicker of silver between the leaves, an American aircraft. His chest tightens. Rescue. It has to be. His hands move instinctively, fumbling for the signal mirror strapped to his vest. His pulse surges as he drops to one knee, angling it toward the light filtering through the trees. Come on, he whispers. He adjusts the angle. A flash. Again. Tiny bursts of reflected sunlight shoot upward through the canopy brief, desperate signals from a man who shouldn't still be alive. The plane circles. Once. Twice. Jim's breathing quickens. They see me. They have to see me. He stands now, ignoring the risk, pushing into a small gap in the foliage where the sky is barely visible. Another flash, and then gunfire. Sharp, sudden, close. Jim drops instantly, heart slamming against his ribs as bullets rip through the leaves above him. They heard it, or saw it. The patrol. Move! He hisses to himself, scrambling to his feet. Branches whip against his face as he runs blindly into the jungle, the distant planes still circling overhead. Behind him, voices shout urgent, aggressive. Boots crash through the undergrowth. They're not searching anymore. They're chasing. He runs until his lungs burn, until his legs. The patrol moves like a machine, disciplined, precise, unforgiving. 5 soldiers spread in a loose arc, rifles ready, eyes scanning every shadow, every broken branch, every unnatural shape in the jungle. They're not guessing anymore. They're reading the land, and the land is telling them a story. Jim Carter's story. Jim lies flat against the damp earth, barely daring to blink. A bead of sweat rolls down his temple, tracing the curve of his cheek before dropping silently into the soil below. His grip tightens around the knife. 5 men, 5 rifles, 1 mistake, and it's over. He studies them carefully, forcing his breathing to slow despite the chaos hammering inside his chest. Think. Don't panic. The lead soldier kneels suddenly, examining something on the ground. Jim's stomach drops. A footprint. His footprint. The soldier calls out sharply to the others, pointing. They converge. Closer. Too close. Jim's mind races. Run? Impossible. They'd hear him before he took 3 steps. Fight? Suicide? Hide? Already trying that. His eyes flick across the terrain. Then, he sees it. A narrow dip in the earth just a few feet to his right, partially concealed by fallen branches and thick undergrowth. Not much, but maybe enough. Slowly, painfully slowly, he shifts his weight. An inch, then another. Every movement deliberate. Silent. The soldiers step closer. One of them raises his rifle slightly, scanning the exact spot where Jim had been moments before. Another step. Jim slides into the shadow. The second pilot is Lieutenant Robert Bob Haynes, a wiry man with eyes sunken deep, beard matted with jungle grime. His uniform is shredded, boots caked in mud, and yet there's a spark in him, a flicker of defiance. Jim studies him carefully. Words are few. They don't need them. The jungle has already taught them communication, through silence, through observation, through instinct. We need water, Bob whispers, voice hoarse. Food, and a place to hide. They'll be back. Jim nods. He's already calculated their options. They can't stay near the crash site. Too exposed. Patrols will sweep the area soon. They'll need to move deeper where the canopy is thick, the terrain unpredictable. They pack what little they have, each step measured, silent, avoiding twigs that could betray them. Every sense is on high alert. Sounds, smells, the subtle vibration of the ground. They're moving ghosts now. Hours pass. The jungle swallows them whole. Then, Jim stops abruptly. A smell. Not jungle. Not rotting vegetation. Something foreign. Smoke. Bob notices it too. Campfire, he whispers. Could be patrol. Or locals. Jim considers. Approach carefully and risk contact. Or avoid and risk dehydration. They have no choice. They move parallel to the smell, keeping dense foliage between them and the source. As night falls, they stumble upon a hidden ravine. The ground slopes sharply, littered with roots and vines, perfect cover. They descend slowly, sliding into darkness, unseen. Here, day 21. The jungle has a rhythm now, and Jim Carter moves within it like a shadow. Every rustle, every bird call, every shifting leaf is accounted for. He knows which branches snap under a soldier's boot versus an animal's. He can read the air, the water, even the way sunlight filters through the canopy, and he uses it to his advantage. Bob moves beside him, equally silent. The 2 men have become inseparable partners in survival. Hunger is a constant companion, but it no longer paralyzes them. Their bodies are thin, scarred with scratches and insect bites, but their minds are sharper than ever. They think 2 steps ahead, always anticipating patrols, always avoiding detection. Today, however, there is a new challenge. A storm is approaching. Heavy clouds blot out the sun. Rain falls first as a mist, then as a torrent, drenching everything. Visibility drops to mere feet. The jungle turns into a maze of mud, rushing water, and slippery roots. And then, through the downpour, Jim hears it. The low hum of an engine. A plane. He drops to his belly, signaling Bob to do the same. They're no longer thinking about signaling for rescue. That could get them spotted. Instead, they wait, hearts pounding. The sound grows louder. A distinct pattern American engine, not Japanese. Jim calculates quickly. This plane could be their salvation or doom. If the Japanese are near, it could lead them straight into enemy lines. He makes a choice.